Hello, my name is Sam Thaler, and our PSA is about Dress for Success and why we want it gone, but I'm going to give some context on what it actually is. So it's a standard that has to be met by students according to what program they're in. So for instance, I'm in business and I have to wear a polo and khakis or nice dress pants usually, and I'm not in my Dress for Success right now, but it's kind of an inconvenience for me because sometimes if I forget, I'll be punished academically for not remembering it and my grade will be affected because I won't wear it. And this applies for all programs, so if you don't wear your Dress for Success when you have your program class on Monday, then you lose points. And I just think that Dress for Success should not be implemented in our school.
Hello, my name's Anthony. I'm going to talk about some of the cons of dressing up for success. Okay, first off, some people cannot afford to dress up for success, which really affects their grades. And overall, you're paying for your grade. And then next off, let's be real, dressing up for success is very uncomfortable because it's painful to wear tight pants and a shirt that buttons up all the way to your neck and basically irritates your neck all day at school.
So in every program you have to dress for success, and if you forget your dress you lose participation points, and it's just generally not fair that if you forget your clothing for one day you're penalized academically for not wearing the right clothes. And that's not fair, especially in public school, because public school is somewhere where you should be able to express what you wear and be happy with what you're wearing.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew and I'm here with Miss Sav, and we're going to talk about the benefits of Dress for Success. Miss Sav, what do you think about Dress for Success?
I think that Dress for Success is extremely important, especially in sports medicine. It teaches the students how to dress professionally during your internships. Not only that, but your place of employment. That coming to work with like wrinkled pants or holes in your pants is not a skill that employers would like to see.
And how does it benefit students at West Tech?
It gives them the upper hand, especially for interviews. I know that they know how to dress, they know what to wear, they know what looks professional, because the way that you dress does say something about the vibe that you're giving off. If you're not dressed professionally, then it may give the vibe that you are not really serious about the job or you won't be professional in that position.
Okay, one last question. How will it benefit or affect students in their later professions?
I feel like I might have already answered that, but I think it will prepare them now for those later professions. That if you have a doctor that is in the exam room with you and they're not dressed professionally, then you may undermine his authority when he tells you that there's something wrong with you just by the way he looks. I'd like to say that people don't judge a book by the cover, but they absolutely do when it comes to dress.
Thank you, Miss Sav.
Alright, hi, I'm Anthony and I'm joined by Miss Snipes today, and we're going to ask her a couple questions about Dress for Success. Alright, Miss Snipes, what do you think about Dress for Success?
I think it's a great idea. It's really positive to see everyone dressed for the workforce when they come to school. Usually on Mondays, as I think is what most programs do.
Okay. Is it beneficial to students, and if so, how is it beneficial?
Oh, I think it's beneficial definitely because it gets you prepared for what the real world is like. You either have to wear a uniform or you have to dress in a certain style for the day.
Alright. And then lastly, will Dress for Success be important for students during their careers?
Oh, absolutely. Like I just said, you may work for a business or an agency that requires that you wear a certain dress code or a uniform, and it just gets you into the habit of doing it.
Alright, so this is Miss Rosar, the principal of our school. We're going to be asking her a couple of questions. So, what do you think about Dress for Success?
I think it's a really important skill to learn before you have to have it in your world. So to practice it in high school and maybe even in middle school is a really good idea, because as we know, things that we want to have ingrained in our character are things that you need to make a habit. And so I think it's an amazing habit to start. I think it gives you a great kind of an inch above someone else who doesn't have it if you're applying for a job.
Is it beneficial to students, and if so, how is it beneficial?
I think it's beneficial. Number one, I think that it teaches you, first of all, what we notice, and it's statistically possible to measure, is that there's less discipline and issues that happen at schools where there is some kind of dress code or Dress for Success policy. For some reason, when you dress a little better, you act a little better. And I think that goes for adults too. So I think it's really beneficial in that way. I think the other piece is that you need to understand what's appropriate for the place you're in. So dress for where you are. And if there's a Dress for Success day or a policy, that's how you're supposed to be at that location. So, you don't go to a really nice restaurant in cutoffs, even though we live in Las Vegas. So that's the kind of thing we want to instill in you, is to have an appropriateness that, again, gives you an edge over another candidate.
All right. Will Dress for Success? Will Dress for Success be important for students during their career?
I think it will be. I like that the world is kind of allowing people to work from home, where maybe you don't have to do that. I think that some flexibility is really good for the world. But I think that you have to be able to understand the importance of your appearance and how you present yourself, and we want people to have confidence in you as a professional. And like it or not, some of that is your appearance, and it speaks to you being able to read the room, what's appropriate for whom I'm with, where I am and what I'm delivering or selling, or trying to communicate. So it just gives you another level of professionalism that kind of puts confidence in what you're doing.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So there are many successful individuals that have not necessarily worn fancy attire to work. And one of these individuals was Steve Jobs, and he's notorious for creating our phones, the tech giant Apple, right? He created this massive tech company. And whenever he was presenting his revolutionary products, he was wearing a turtleneck and jeans. And you don't have to dress nicely to be successful. It doesn't really make a difference in how much you do or what you do. That's what your education is for.